Welcome to TRADEREP. This is Shorthammer. It is the 20th of August, 2019, and we are looking at Microsoft. Now, yesterday pre-market, Microsoft tagged our 138.78 supply-demand line, and from that into the open, it faded and went through our 137.80, tapped the monthly pivot, this blue dash line, a few times, bounced up, went back, tried to get over the main intraday, pull back through, then tried to give us a push into the 138.78, but sort of petered out and went back below the 137.80, back tested, and now we're below the monthly pivot and kind of fading. So what we want to watch for on Microsoft, if you look back, it really does obey these lines, and these lines didn't draw them yesterday. They've been there for weeks. So what we want to watch is a whole, like we held the 134.10. Buyer stepped in, pushed us up through the 135.71. We rode that for a while. Buyer stepped in again, pushed us up to the 137.80. Back below, back over again, just bouncing. Tested 138.78. And now we're sort of retracing to the downside. So tomorrow at the open, what I will be watching, let's see, where is our main intraday pivot? 137.75, it looks like. This yellow dash line is the main intraday pivot. So I want to see if we get over 137.80. If we're over 137.80 and buyers step in, I'll be long Microsoft. If we test the 137.80 and we reject this area, I'll be short Microsoft, and my stop will be a close above or below the line, depending on if I'm short or if I'm long. If we gap up, I'll wait for it to approach the next supply demand line, and I'll see how the buyers and sellers interact at that point, and from that I'll look for a position. If we open and we're down here, I'll see if buyers step in or if sellers have control. So either direction, whichever way we go, I'll be using these supply demand lines to determine whether I'm long or I'm short, depending on where we open and how the volume and the buyers and the sellers interact around these lines. That's my plan for Microsoft. And you really have to be careful in this market, only having a long plan or a short plan. Come in with no bias and see where the market takes you. Look for your setups and your structures, and look for your levels, and from that's where you take your trade. If you come in with a bias, you might sort of take an L just because you don't know. The same news could come out twice, and the first time it drops the market, the second time the market ignores it. So you never know how the market will react. Wait for the reaction and then follow that wave of the reaction. And if there is no news, then there is no catalyst, then just watch your lines, watch your levels, and follow the flow there. The volume has been incredibly light in the market, so just be careful. It seems as if the big money is just waiting for FOMC or waiting for something for them to jump in. I mean, look at the SPY volume yesterday. It was just ridiculously low. So it's like we don't have quite enough volume to break out and rip, and not quite enough volume to absolutely totally sell off. So we're kind of stuck in, I guess, no man's land, you can call it. But that's my plan for Microsoft. Watch these SD lines and use those as basis for setups. And also within these lines, you can see the movements with the pivots also. So, but definitely watch these SD lines.